buzz it up and bust 'em. That was the phrase that was told to me on that Winters phone call, and I remember it like it was yesterday, thinking to myself, would that actually work? Can that work? Do I reject everything and just keep plowing my money into it until eventually it goes into a state of absolute despair and just goes completely off its rocker and just keeps giving me wins? And I thought to myself, well, the guy who phoned me isn't like a bullshitter. He wouldn't lie to me. So let's give it a go. And lo and behold, the first one I played, I made 80 quid on. And I thought to myself, okay, let's get round as many as I can. Now later that evening, I had another phone call saying, it doesn't just work on Deal or No Deal Can You Beat the Banker, it also worked on a few other games made by Belfruit. And the one on the left, which is a picture, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Quid, it also worked on that, as well as a game called Do Ho Ho. And all it was about, a very, very simple concept was, you just reject every single win, you keep plowing your money in, and then eventually you'll get it in a position where it's so buzzy that you can just get a feature board entry and press cash or bust. And all that did was give you a win or nothing. But where you juiced it up so much, you transfer all of the percentage into the bust. And it would hit jackpot, it would hit mega streak, it would hit win stepper red, it would hit 25 red, 20 quid red, cash combos, every single board and every single time you bust it. So that is going to be what I try and replicate now. It was a great time, and equally a very frustrating time. A lot of people that done this trick would realise that at the very end, when the juice disappeared, that it can go for multiple boards without giving you any decent cash or bust if you didn't do it properly. And also at the time that a lot of these hosted the smiley red note changer, which you can see on Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Quid, that this red smiley note changer got robbed silly. And there was also other note changers as well that got robbed illegally. I remember going around all these, emptying them all, and then a week later I saw a little hole being drilled in the corner of them all. Little manual drill was drilled, and a little hole with a manual drill was drilled into the corner, and they would put a little cable in there, creating a spark to clock up credits. So there was a lot of bad wrongdoing stuff happening at the time, which was quite frustrating because these were like very good games, and you'd be going to them with no money in them because they'd been robbed previously. But other than that, lots of these were in Butlins, and a lot of them were all around the pubs around the south coast that I used to go to. So the first thing I'm going to do, get some money in. I'm going to put 50 quid in it, and I'm going to just get a board. Like I always said, on 35s they introduced a 50p ban, so things are always good. Okay, so this board,
bad news,
just kill it. Just kill that board, and you kill every single board, and you just try and just rattle through the credits.
It's fantastic.
Just knock everything back.
The roller coaster comes off the rails.
Okay, and that is what you did. Constantly rinse and repeat. Just put as much buzz as you can into the machine. So I'm going to pause the video now, and I'm going to buzz through a lot of money, and I'll bring you back when it's ready to bust. Okay, so I've just buzzed through 140 quid. So hopefully this is not chipped, otherwise that would have been pointless. But I'm in a position now where I'm going to start busting it. So let's get a tenner in. This is flying, by the way, so it should be dropping in boards pretty frequently.
It's fantastic.
Here's board number one now. Cash or bust, hopefully it goes high.
You have won.
There we go.
Your money now.
So transfer the value over, and there's the first jackpot.
Oh, how'd you feel?
Okay, next board then. Let's bust it again.
You have
There you go, 25.
Your money now. Oh, how'd you feel?
So you can see where the value is. It's all in the bust.
You have won.
You can have a 25.
Your money now.
It was an absolute great little empty. And it's just crazy how you put all that value over to it and it just
Oh, how'd you feel?
goes mad. So that's 3 busts and that's 85 quid. So I need to keep hitting that bust.
You have won.
Another
That is your
25.
money now.
So that's, what's that, 105 now? I know it's mad seeing it. It's just crazy
Oh, how'd you feel?
how all the value goes into it. But that's,
Take the next ones. Come on.
is it 4 busts now?
It's fantastic.
All hit up here. Another casual bust.
You have won. That is your money now.
105. And the guys that are just like, I don't know, just started seeing
Oh, how'd you feel?
the video, maybe you skipped a little bit. The bust at the moment has just got so much value in. So the 135 quid's value so far in was it 5 busts? Maybe a tenner in after the juice. So I still need to get some more boards, and we need it still to hit wind step and stuff like that, hopefully. Oh, so that one busted, that lost. So it might become a battle now. But just because it's hit bust doesn't mean it's going to stop hitting high. It can go straight back up there in a few boards. Let's get a few more though. Oh, missed that hold. But it's slowly, you can see that the value is slowly but surely disappeared from the game. It's not boarding as much as it normally does. Be due a board in a minute. Got about 15 quid in it. Ah, didn't want to give me anything there. Right, let's try again.
You have won.
So
That is
15
your
quid.
money now. The next one.
And a repeat. Nice. So you stick with it. It does hit a couple of the busts, the losers in between.
Oh, how'd you
But
feel?
at the moment, I'm about evens on the game. I'd say at the moment, from what I'm putting into, from what I've taken out.
You have won. That is your
25.
money now.
Such a crazy little empty. You know, I remember going around doing all
Oh,
these and
how'd you
just
feel?
thinking to myself, what is going on?
Hello.
Right, that's a very quick
Fantastic.
board. Be nice to go up there.
You have won. That is your
Another
money now.
35. Incroyable.
Oh, how'd you
You
feel?
won't be seeing a repeat on that. But Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Squid, as well as Dororo, all worked. And obviously, as long as you buzzed them up properly, they would do what you're seeing now. We're going to keep going for a few more until it goes a little bit dead. That ladder at the bottom, those matrix of fruits down the bottom, these ones there, if you get all them, it's a super board or super selector board. He's going on the munch though. It'll just roll in a minute, a board. after a certain amount of credits, it has to just drop it in. And there it is. This will probably hit lose. Yeah. So at this point, I would get another board, and if it losed again, I'd probably just walk. I mean, it all depends on how much profit you're in. But this would have been close to empty now, because obviously of the amount of 35s and 25s I've had in such a short period of time, it would have been all enough to take the whole hopper amount out. All right, one more board then. Come on then. Costin. Yeah, so 2 losers in a row. So you've seen now the value has slowly dissipated from the bust. Should have walked after that jackpot really. That would have been pretty much the full hopper done. But you could see how much value that cash or bust had. And if you play fruit machines, or you have done before, you would know that if you hit a jackpot of cash or bust, then pretty much it won't be going up there anytime soon. But that one there hit a jackpot, then 4 25s in a row, then it hit a bust, then it hit a 15 and it repeated, then it did a 25, then it did a jackpot, and I think it might have done another 25. And you do all that, add all that together, it's nearing, you know, a full hopper value. Probably, well, quickly do the maths now. So it's about 150 plus 70 is 220 plus 30. Yeah, pretty much 250. So a great empty, and one that I made a few quid out of. So whack in the comments your experiences, and cheers for watching. I'll see you soon. Ta-da.